We are live! Hello, hello, hello. Good evening from Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. This is Jel, and we have another segment of our Nursepreneurs Live Part 2. So, our first part was last week. We've invited guests who are also nurses, healthcare professionals who are now running their own successful digital business. And right now, I have here with me other healthcare professionals who also turn digital entrepreneurs. Our guests for today are from Guam and Australia. So if you guys are watching us live, we're actually broadcasting live to all our pages. So if you're watching us right now, please say hi and tell us where you are watching us from. We are actually global here. And to those who will be watching this on a replay, please do the same. So I hope you guys will get something out of this discussion today with healthcare professionals who actually turn successful digital entrepreneurs. So they're actually going to share their successful digital journey, and we've prepared questions for them to answer as well. So maybe we start by introducing ourselves. Well, let me just introduce myself first. Again, my name is Jel, and I'm running our global digital business for more than a year now, together with my husband, Christian. So we are originally from the Philippines, but we're now based here in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, together with our 2-year-old daughter. So our business is our side hustle. This is our part-time business because we're still working full-time. So there, maybe we start the introduction with Ate Marisol from Australia.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here, Jel. And good evening to everyone who's watching right now. Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are, tuning in. Thank you for your support. And for those been following my business page, thank you. So my name is Marisol Carney. I am based here in Sydney, Australia with my family. I am also, originally from the Philippines. And I came here 10 years ago. I came on a student visa. My qualification was not enough. So I'm a registered nurse back
Mm.
home. But when I came here, I was so disappointed because I couldn't practice my nursing degree. I have to do study again. But anyway, to cut the story short, yeah, I met my husband here after I was doing my university degree, and then yeah, we start a family. I am a mom of three boys, and but before that, I was a single mom before I met my husband. So my eldest son is already 18. The second one is 4 year old, and I have a little one. He's 9 months at the moment. So, and yeah, I'm so grateful that I become a business owner. Thank you.
Yay! How about you, Atsan? Tell us about your background before becoming an entrepreneur.
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah, thank you so much again for inviting me here. So again, greetings and hafide, guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Adson. I am based here in Guam. Um, I'm sorry, I am not Filipino, but however, there are there are plenty of Filipinos here in Guam. If you don't know that,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I am still working uh, full time as a nursing assistant and doing this part time as well. So just to kind of clear that out, I'm actually not a registered nurse. Just to clear that out, but I do work with a registered nurse. I'm basically like the apprentice, and I'm the mentee, and they show me what I need to know and to deal with our patients. And literally I've been in the healthcare industry for only a year now, but it's definitely a lot of learning experience and a lot of growth, being able to learn all the the things that I need to know within the year gap. And yes, I've lived here basically my whole life. I have a little family of my own. I have a 9-month-old son, and he is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just last year. that I started my digital business, and I love being in the online space. I love the learning, the growth, and just being able to you know just let alone having my own digital business to start
Yeah.
with. But yeah, thank you.
Atsan, sorry. Why do you want to be a healthcare professional? Is it your personal choice, or sometimes it's affected by your parents' choice, or your peers? Was it your personal choice to be a healthcare professional?
Yeah, that's a good question. Initially, when I started, in the healthcare industry, that I don't think I had the intention to pursue the career
Mm.
in the healthcare industry. But as I've kind of just step a foot in and started learning and working, you know, as I went, I realized that, especially during the time of a COVID, of the pandemic,
Mm.
I
Yeah.
just felt like it was also my way of giving back to the community and being taking part, with the movement of everybody trying to help each other, and just being there for somebody. And I think that's just a big part of what's been the movement since the pandemic is being able to help others in time of need. And I feel like I think there's a great opportunity for me to do that.
To be one.
Yeah, to be one.
Right. For Ate Marisol, what do you love most about your healthcare job?
Yeah.
What was your position again, and which what institution do you actually work at it?
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that question. Actually, becoming a nurse, it's like a dream come true to me, because
Mm.
I came from a big family that my parents struggle how to, support us on a daily basis. So there's a family member of my on my dad's side that helped me to reach my dream, and then from there, being when I was in the Philippines, I didn't actually employed in a hospital because in the Philippines, once you get into the public sector, it's very hard. There's a
Mm.
you need to have backup for you to get into that
Connections, yeah.
connections,
Mm-mm.
I don't have that, so that's why I was working in a agency, which is they get a private nurse. So I was
Mm.
mainly doing a private duty nurse, but I had my qualification from the Philippine Heart Center, which is to become an ICU nurse. So that's how I
Mm.
started to do this, become a private nurse, which is this is the important people, in the Philippines, like politicians, actors that have their family that get sick, or their parents and loved ones that get sick. And because we don't have nursing home in the Philippines, that's why we kept our loved ones at home. So they provide
Mm.
everything, and they also hired a private nurse to look after them. So that's what one of my role. I love to travel. Yes, I can
Wow.
travel.
Yeah.
And yeah, because this is the politicians, they travel a
You
lot,
you always go
and
with
I
them. Yeah.
used I used to go with them, and I love that. And but the thing is, you
Can
don't
you
enjoy
name
the travel.
politicians? We have viewers from the Philippines.
No, I don't think I can.
Okay.
And yeah, Manny Villar,
Oh my God,
yeah.
really?
And the thing is, you get times three of your pay, like if you
Mm.
working. So that's why I know for myself that I am working smart instead of working harder,
Yes.
because you get
Mm-mm.
times three of where, if you employed in a regular hospital, public hospital, or even private hospital, because they pay less. So
Mhm.
that's what, I'm getting pay times three of the regular nurses. And then I used to travel, then I get um what is this, transportation, like you can't go to the private village because their village, I mean, where they live is very secured. So
Yeah.
There's a
Exclusive.
driver that come. Yes, there's a driver that come and pick me up when I get
Yeah.
off from the train station. That's and then sometimes I go to ABS-CBN. That's a big television. What is this? A
Broadcasting.
broadcasting company in the Philippines, because I do have a client there as well. So wow, I
What?
really enjoy.
Big
That's why
time.
I know. That's why I managed to set up to save a lot of money for me to come to Australia to do my degree.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
so I used to met a lot of actress. You want to take photos with
Who's
them.
that?
Yola
Wow.
Pascual.
Awesome.
Yeah, in the elevator. Yeah, I mean, I
Wow.
was employed by he's a director. I forget his name. It's Bobot Mortes. Bobot Mortes.
Bobot
He's
Mortis,
a
yeah. A
yeah.
director.
He's a director of Kuwing Bulilit with the kids show. So yeah, I was looking after the wife, and I've been in the house and the ABS even for many times. And so I have to quit that job because
Job.
it's time for me to come to Australia. And then coming here, I have to start all over again. My first job was in a chicken shop, which I have to mop the floor. I need to be a
Mm.
cashier. Yeah, that's all started. But I finished my degree, so I went into a nursing home. I worked there for a few years, and then I loved what I do. Helping other people and make them, comfortable. No one to look after them when they're. That's why the family is putting them in the nursing home, because they feel like someone will be there for them. And
Mm.
because I was so tired doing the bedside duty, like I listen to my body, like get your feet so sore for 8 hours you can't even sit. And there's a
Mm.
lot of duties aside from that. You have to mentor others as well. And then I went into the public sector, which is I transitioned to mental health. So my role is mental health clinician, which I base in a public hospital, and it's acute crisis team. So we're like um, emergency department of mental health. So if someone presented to emergency department, because the hospital that I am working with, it's not a mental health setting, it's a small hospital. So I do have a pager. If it's after hours, I have to take home a pager, and I get paged at the middle of the night if someone presented,
Mm.
and I have to do current assessment. So I have to decide if this patient is well enough to go home, what are the risks. Then I have to decide that, and I have to weigh is safe or not safe. So yeah, that's my role, and I really enjoy it because your brain is always working, and there's a lot of responsibility in my shoulder. But
Yeah.
being having this business is amazing as well.
Yeah. I'm just curious, what's your work schedule? I mean, the two of you, Atson and Ati Marisol. What's your work
For
schedule? Because I know
me,
it changes, right? It varies.
yeah, now for me it's still rotating shift, but I don't have night shift, but I get on calls.
Okay, so you don't work at night, but rotating
No,
shift.
no night, rotating shift, morning and afternoon, rotating shift.
Oh. How about
Yeah, but
Atson?
they're now very flexible with me because they know that I came back from my maternity leave. I just came back from my maternity leave. I'm doing this part time now, so they're very flexible with me because they know I got kids.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. Oh,
Hello
Ate, sorry,
there.
you're on a part-time job now?
Yes, part time. I
Oh,
transitioned
wow.
to full time to
To
part
part.
time.
Okay, wow, that's
Yes.
nice. How about you, Atsan?
Awesome.
What's your work schedule?
Yeah, actually, that's it. That's literally the same as me. So we do rotations, but I am also grateful that I'm not doing any night shift,
Night
any
shift, yeah.
graveyard, because I'm not very good with graveyard. But because I just loved, I love being awake during the day. But that's like my time where my brain works the best and where my
Mhm.
body works the best. So yes, and I do. I am working right now 6 days a week and 1 day off. But you know,
Okay.
I'm still able to squeeze in my time to to manage my business,
The
because I
business.
know that it's I'm still able to, because I can I can manage it anytime. There's no set schedule, so yeah, that's the
That's
blessing.
good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just greet some of our viewers here. There's actually a lot. Aurora,
Mm.
hello, Adson, watching from UK. Hello, thank you so much. You
Wow.
have a
Hello,
viewer there.
Aurora.
Yeah, Laura.
Yang is watching from the Philippines. Thank you so much. Charlie, hi to my fellow nursepreneurs watching live from Manila. She's also a nurse.
Yay!
She's from the Philippines. All right. Renin. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly. She's watching from Perth. Thank you so much for watching. And JC is also watching from Perth, Australia. Aleli and Rico,
Ellie. Oh,
same.
yay, sis.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
sis.
Hey
Eileen
guys.
is also watching from the Philippines. Thank you so much. And Bendia, hello. Thank you so much for watching. We have a lot of viewers there. Okay, thank you so much for sharing your healthcare background and yeah, your background before you actually started your business. So I'm just curious because I know a lot of people have different reasons why they started their own digital business, their online business. Others, they wanted to spend more time with the family. Others, because it's pandemic, they're looking for other options, right? And well, for us, because I mean, my husband and I were both really business-minded people, so we are always open for business opportunities. So if if we have a lot of money, we would want to, grab all the business opportunities in the world, but we can only do so much. So we're always open to that. And we are also very we there are a lot of considerations. Like when you start a business, you have to make sure that it wouldn't interfere with your full-time job, and you would
Mhm.
have, more time with the family while you are earning, right? So I'm just curious with you, Atson, what was the turning point in your life where you actually decided that you wanted to be an entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur, particularly?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, so I think there was like a lot of cues and like signs that was like preparing me to, make
Science.
my decision to, start my digital business. But I started because I love listening to podcasts like on a daily basis, and specifically I have a podcast that I listen to a lot called Mindset Mentor. And I
Mm.
guess in one of the episodes he mentioned that the digital space, people are learning how to generate revenue, and
Yes.
especially he was kind of like, it was almost as if he was talking directly to me. He was saying like, especially for us, those mo- um, most of us that were born into the generation of technology, like like why not learn how to use it to generate revenue, right? Instead of just like scrolling
Mhm.
social media and just like posting pictures. But why not learn it, like as it is trending, people are moving to the online space, learning and growing. And I just felt that it resonated with me, and I just felt like he was speaking. And and I during the time, my fiance had just she was about to give birth. And then I had to take leave from work, to help her. And it was so frustrating because here in Guam, it was just very hard to try to take the amount of leave that I wanted, which was very
Mhm.
unlikely. I was only able to take a week off of work. Yeah, they don't give us a year off like other countries do. I know
Like in
UK does. I'm
Australia.
like, wow. Or Australia, yeah. And so it just kind of like it, you know, it was also another turning point for me. Like, wow, I really wanted to be there more, to assist her, and with all the house chores and just with the baby. And so I decided that I was going to try something out. And I came across an ad, and I thought it was just very convincing and resonated with me. And I knew that it was. there was no better time to start, and I just had to take the leap of faith and go and do it. And yeah, from then till today, it has been it has been one of the best decisions that I've made in my life. So yeah, I'm grateful.
Yes. Yeah, I think a lot of people could relate to that because, especially for parents, we always have to choose between spending more time with the family and our job, because we also need to provide for them, right? And the good thing about this business is that you don't really have to choose between the two, because you can it's very flexible, so you can spend more time with the family while earning at the same time, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, and let's just greet some of our viewers again. We have Added to watching from the UK again, and
Oh, hello,
Lena,
sis.
she's watching from Fiji.
He's my
Hello,
business
thank
partner.
you. Oh yes, thank you so much for watching. There. So this other question is for Ate Maricel. Because I know our online business is very far from your
Yeah.
background. The two of you, you're both healthcare professionals. It has nothing to do with online business. But how did your background, your nursing background, help you in running your own online business?
Yes, it's a very good foundation that I have this nursing background, because
Yeah.
as a nurse, you given 8 hour shift. So within 8 hour shift, you have to do everything from A to Z to the client. So for example, I'm working in a nursing home. If I do night shift, I do have 150 residents that's in my hand, and they relying on me on the within that shift, and there's a lot of AINs that's assigned to them as well, so everything is in my hand. So for me to do that, I need to do the delegation. Delegation is very important, because you can't just take all the responsibility with you. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
It's impossible within 150 residents within 8 hours of shift. So yeah, delegation is number one, and decision making. So decision making, it composes well with what is your priority, and if there's three important scenario that I can, as an example, for example, I've been called by an emergency that's a resident fall down from the bed, and let's say there's someone absconded because he got dementia, run out on the
Mm.
street, and someone that I have to check the blood sugar because they think that it's the patient is going to be hypo. So which one is my priority? So I really have to think and
Yes.
be ready of what are the scenarios. So it's very challenging, and
Hmm.
then I have to make use of the time. Time management is also a good a good one, a very good uh, that I can use in my online business, because I,
Yes.
as a mom, you have to have this time management, like when do you have to cook, when do you have to do shopping, when do you have to take your kids out,
Yes.
everything with the appointment. And now that I'm back to work, as a part-time, and also I have to look after my kids, and there's a lot of responsibilities involved, but I managed to do this. It's not impossible, because I, with that foundation that I had in my hand, and with our business as well, because we're not only about, just earning money, but we do have the webinar, which is every Thursday, the Business Owners Mastermind, that there's a lot of people there from our community that they share their experience with us. They've been through in the business and they become successful, and they share how you can be successful as well. So I think that's the main the main part, that how I managed to run
It,
my own business with
yeah,
a
it actually helped
busy
you.
schedule. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm just curious because Atson is running his business together with his wife Sunshine,
Yeah.
and they are very young. Can we disclose your
Mm.
age?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yes. So yeah, we are very young. So
You're very
I am.
young. You're like 20, early 20s. Am I right?
Wow.
Yes. So
Yeah. And they have that business mindset already.
Mm.
yeah, and so I am 26 and she is 24. Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
Wow.
yeah, we got into the business together, and we love learning and helping and supporting each other in it. So
Were you
yeah,
really like business minded people, or um you just started thinking about this because you have your own family now?
yeah, I don't think I don't think it was always part of like who I am and what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah, I
yes.
think I don't know. I think I was also I was just inspired, from I feel like last year, like during the pandemic, once the pandemic like just came out, because a lot of us were all just like quarantined and being home. We kind of had to
Mm,
find some things to do, and I think at the time, I was learning a lot. I wanted to continue to learn and build myself, and I guess the online space kind of caught my attention, and I'm like, wow. And so I had a lot of time to think about it and really ponder. And so, yeah, once I made that decision, me and Sunshine, we kind of consulted with each other, and we knew that it was something that we can do together,
yes.
and that we know that we are well on our way to achieving our goals. Yeah.
Mm.
That's nice.
That's
Starting early,
nice.
starting early
Yeah.
and
I
starting
wish I
young.
saw this opportunity
Me
earlier.
too. Right? We wish we
you know,
started
you know,
early, like when after graduation, started the business.
That's right.
yeah. So I mean, like it's funny that how people like say like how we started early, like. But I
Mm.
sometimes I feel like I wish I started early,
Yes.
early on. But yeah, I guess you're right. It's really good to start early, and
Yes.
because this is like the prime time for anybody to be taking
Mm,
upon this kind of you know decision in life, and I am really grateful, and I'm happy that we decided to move to the digital space. Yeah.
perfect. Wow. I wish we started early as well. Oh, Lena says, hi, Marisol po. She was trying to speak Tagalog.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis.
Okay. There. So our next question is for Atson. I believe you've answered a bit of this already, but kindly just share with us. How did your digital business, your online business, change you and your current status, your current situation? Yeah.
Oh, is this for me?
Yes, for Atson.
Yeah. So I think for me more so it's the fundamentals of it, the digital space, or like just me, like the learning part. Since I got into the online space, I have loved spending time growing mentally, and like feeding myself with information that
Mhm.
will be you know healthy for my mind and for my body. I I'm very like head on with it every time I wake up. The business on my mind. Like I'm trying to like come up with ideas to implement or to like
Yeah.
put into the business. I'm
We
like,
become creative because of this
yeah, become
business.
creative. I think that is I think that's the big change, at least for me. Like since I started on the online space, it's like I'm always trying to create and come
Yeah.
up with ideas to implement in the business. And yes, as far as like the current situation, like um, I know that it doesn't affect my schedule with work. It doesn't
Mhm.
affect my employment, because I can run it whenever it's convenient for me,
Yes.
and I don't have to stress about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And Ate, what is your advice to for Ate Maricel, what's your
Mhm.
advice for other healthcare professionals who wanted to try the business, but they're scared?
That- you know what?
Yeah.
No need to be scared with, because when I started, I don't even have business background, or I'm not even a tech savvy. So my Facebook account is just a communication for my family back
Mhm.
home.
Family,
And
friends, yeah.
yeah, so I don't really know how to do that. I don't really post. I'm a private person. I keep all my kids photos. It's only on my eyes. And I learned how to leverage the social media, because we already browsing and spending a lot of time in the social media. So I managed to turn it into living. And yeah, so no, nothing to be scared if you don't have any business background, or you're not a tech savvy, because everything is provided on the training, and it's very thorough. And even you don't need to be perfect in your English. Even most of
Yeah.
us is not
You can
the
speak in your native language.
yeah, yeah. Even all of most of us in the community, it's English is not our first language, but as long as you understand English, and you can fit into it. And what else? I am a busy mom and working as well. So if I can do this, and most of you can do this as well, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to take action. And yeah, so you can always connect with us, because we do offer a free webinar that you don't even have to pay. Thank you.
Thank
So nothing
you.
to be
Thank you.
scared of.
Yes, don't be scared. Just start. Just try. And because they would never know if the business is going to work for them or not if they're not going to start,
Yeah,
and if they're not going to check it out right there.
that's
So,
right.
okay, what can people expect from this business? Maybe we start with Adson.
Good question. I love these questions. What can people expect from this business? Um, you know, there's a lot that I could say about it, but I think the I think the one that I want to pinpoint that I think was most relevant, and I think I love the most about the business is that you don't have to start from scratch, and like you literally
Mm,
like you're not coming in empty handed. You coming into this business, and you have a global community of successful entrepreneurs that are there to support you and to guide you every step of the way, right? It's I love how they say, like, whenever especially starting a business, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There was already a built-in system for us to leverage, to start off our business, and we take advantage of it. It is built in for us to start our business from scratch, and to become successful. And I've seen it, with my own eyes, with so many people in the community. I'm always inspired every day as I wake up
yes,
and I see someone,
always.
you know, just like, posting about their success. And that is something that you can expect in this community. You expect uh, coming into this business, that you are not going to be alone. You are not going to be confused, and kind of just up and away and have no idea what you're going into, because you have a community of people who want nothing but success for you.
Yes, we'll support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Ate? Would you want to share something on
Yeah,
what people can
sure.
expect from this business?
So when you decided to join on this online business, you will be provided with a coach and mentor, and you won't feel alone running your own business. Because when I joined, I was feel overwhelmed with the training. And although the training is there, but when you have a mentor that will guide you, with on how you get started setting up your own website and everything. And yeah, so you don't feel overwhelmed about that, because you know that someone is there to guide you. And you can always reach out to your coach. And even though my mentor, she's all the way from UK, we have a big time difference. I can connect with my coach.
Yeah.
She's based in Sydney. And so even though my coach is busy as well, there's a community that I can always reach out
Yeah.
24/7. So that's the amazing part of the business. You will be assigned with a coach and mentor. And one more thing I love about this business is the automation, because it really works for me. um, and you don't if you say you're working online, you don't need to be in your computer 24/7, because you can take this business anywhere. Like where we are now, we're not at home. We're on a weekend getaway. So,
Right.
Wow.
and I'm doing this live interview, so my business is still running on the background. And it has a flexible schedule because it works around my family schedule. And one more thing, what can I say? You don't have to do selling. We're not selling anything.
Yes.
You don't have to do,
No selling.
house. You don't
Mhm.
have to do house to house. You don't have to
Mm.
invite your friends to do a party, and you have to sell them. You have to do sales talk. and yeah, you don't have to bug your relatives and your friends about this business, because this is attraction marketing. You brand yourself out there. You run your ads. And like for me, I run my ads in the other parts of the world, and it's even I'm sleeping, my business is running even when I'm sleeping. So by the time I get up in the morning, there's a lot of surprises. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Happy
the
surprises, blessings.
yeah, that's right. And yeah, so that's what you will have a glance of this business. You get welcome in the community, and the people there very friendly, very welcoming. This is
Mm.
global. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are actually a lot of things that you can have in this business. You just have to experience it. Okay, let's
Mhm.
just say hi to Jay Ann watching from Italy. Thank
Wow.
you. We
Mhm.
Hello.
are global. Andrea is watching from the UK. Thank you so much. And Debbie is also watching from Germany. Thank you so much all
Thank you.
for
Wow.
watching. All right. So I hope all our viewers got something out of this discussion. It's very fun. It's very informative. And if you guys would want to know more about our digital business and would like to set up your own digital business as well, feel free to check us out. Check our website and watch our complimentary webinar. The webinar again is free. It's 90 minutes. It will discuss about the business model, and you'll also have testimonials from real people doing their business successfully. So you can check them out. You can research about this business. Right. So again, just check our website and watch our complimentary webinar if you want to learn more about our business. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Adson. Thank you so much, Ate
Thank you.
Marisol from Guam and
Welcome.
Australia.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.